Hey again, this is Donna, and you are watching Messages from Above and Beyond with Donna Rurak. Today I have been doing a lot of crystal healing. I've been working with the crystals and making tons and tons of jewelry. So I have some wonderful things out here, and I'm kind of just going to tell you a little bit about some of the pieces. And of course, you can purchase these. You are able to contact me, and that's at 306-620-2348, or find me on Facebook under Above and Beyond / Donna Rurak. I always have to do the /. And of course, also on Precious Therapies. So you can contact me through Messenger on there, or just go ahead and give me a call. Also, too, you are probably checking me out either on the, there's Jewel in the background. She's going to come in for the picture. Yeah? You want to come? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your TV show is on. You just know it's time to interrupt. I mean, come to be a star. Yeah. Come lay down. Yeah. So I've been asked a lot lately about the different kinds of crystals, and maybe if I can kind of show and explain a little bit more, where do I get a lot of my information besides the messengers, the angels, and of course knowing a lot of these crystals because I've been working with them for so many years. I definitely want to give you some insight as to some of the definitions. You can find them on Google, you can look it up, but I definitely love the Crystal Bible series by Judy Hall. And yeah, Jewel, there's one, there's number 2, and then there's also number 3 that of course I reference quite frequently. And so I definitely do like these books. They're nice and easy. They have also a pretty in-depth description. But what I like to do is actually just kind of shorten them for nice, short, little, sweet answers. And on my new displayers, well, these are still the same displays, but I'll be making some new ones. They are pretty darn heavy because they are all the way around, all of these different kinds of crystals. Now, I have been making and making and making and making. Like I said, this is my project in the last little while, and it's keeping me actually pretty happy and content. And I get to make more fun things, and you guys can buy more fun things. I'm going to start off with some of the amethyst. And so there's many different kinds of amethyst. And there's just a few little pieces, and you may have seen some of these on Facebook over the last couple of days, or even on my Instagram. So I have some really dark purple ones, and then even a light purple. And then I'm going to go over, those are really heavy. See, I'm getting my workout in. And even more over here as well. These are great big points that I have got done, and these ones are mostly from Thunder Bay, Ontario, and there's a couple of the Uruguay ones which are really, really deep purples, and really, really clear as well. So quality, quantity, what are you kind of looking for? There's a whole bunch of different ones. But amethyst on the whole is actually very soothing. It's very kind to you. It's very nice to relax. And so I also have been getting very technical with some of these ones because there's druzy as well. Amethyst druzy, make this a little easier to get off here, are these wonderful little guys. I'll just pull some of this out here. Try it again. So they're going to have... there we go, pretty much like so, and there are lots of sharp, lots of sparkle, lots of shine, and this one here as well. These are of course the Canadian amethyst, the druzy, really pretty. And these ones here actually, I have the nice little descriptions on all of my jewelry, letting you guys know, but this is soothing, it releases panic and worry, so a perfect one for right now. And of course, it is the birthstone for February, so it's always kind of fun. Now, I want to go on to my next one that I made a whole bunch of. And I wanted to describe some of these to you, as maybe you have kind of seen a little bit of what I've been doing. Maybe not a lot, but I've been making these certain ones, and I was instructed by the angels to start making these ones. And here's a couple. Now, these are the Opal Angel Aura. But some of these are the Lemurian seed. And so what makes them Lemurian is that they have the little striations, and you should be able to see some of those. Yeah, see how they have that nice shine? But these ones are called activators because they have this other top crystal here. And the way that I've been making them is the way that the wire goes through, they actually activate that bottom crystal to be even more powerful. And so they will have extra meanings. So the opal angel aura and Lemurian seed is a healing angel, angel communication. So definitely working very, very closely with Archangel Raphael, and of course working with the mermaids of Lemuria, and working with the healing powers of there as well. Now the activators are also going to be that big crystal that's on the top, and this one here is an obsidian, and the obsidian is a very protective one. So anyone that's wearing this necklace here therefore has the angel communication, the Lemurian seed crystal activation, as well as it's being protective as you're doing your healing work. So there's a lot going on these ones. There's also, oh, that's another obsidian, and that's a lava stone as well. So the lava stone itself, the lava bead, they're very grounding, and also too very creative energy, because that's that, you know, they came from the beautiful, wonderful creation of the lava. And of course, when we work with lava stones, it's grounding, it's earthing, and it's that earth connection. And so this one here is also, you're able to bounce back. It's also helpful when you have a lost soul connection. So when you've, you know, lost friends, lost family members that, you know, we want to feel maybe more connected in the world, that lava stone is really, really going to be helpful for that as well. And so some more beautiful ones. We're going to get into those in just a second. I want to flip those up. Now I've got them pretty much, I'm getting them A through Z, okay? A to Z, whatever you want to say. If you're Canadian or American, it doesn't matter. If you're from Europe, whatever, whoever you see this, the A to the Z. So these ones here are some more opal angel aura as well. And some of the ones, and this one's gorgeous, and she just really has a lot of shine to her. This is actually a citrine as well as an activator. So it's going to be activating on that sunshine level of that really happiness and love. And I'm just going to move that off. Oh, I have quite a glare. I look very pale. I haven't had as much sunshine, but I am getting outside. But the citrine always clearing, so it doesn't hold on to any negativity as well. And it's also about success and happiness, as you have that activating the angel communication. So it's always going to be really, really bringing in that love and that light for lots and lots of people. Now I have with peridot, I have with apatite, and I can go on and on and on. The moonstone, of course, the intuition. And it's going to be activating all of those angel communication as we're working with them. All right, I'm just going to switch over here. We have the rutilated quartz, and of course that one there is for very, very high frequencies. And this one has been a really, really big gift for some of my light working friends. And so it has that rutilated quartz top bead, and you might see some of that flash. Perfect, yeah. Also too, this one here, you see a lot of the deep, deep etchings. And so this one here is also an celestial. And what are celestials? Well, I'll show you an celestial quartz right now. So this one is all those different places that it started to regrow from. So it could have been broken, and then it regrows in all these different directions. And the celestial quartz is really, really good for meditation, but also too, it helps you in finding your spirituality. It helps you through a lot of life's lessons as well. So I always used to give a warning. Hey, if you're not ready for it, if you don't want to work on those kind of things, don't play with an celestial until you really want to work at it, because you're going to get a lot of life lessons. And sometimes you didn't actually ask for those life lessons, but you're getting really hammered with them. What I suggest then is that the celestial quartz is one of the ones that you really should have with you. And they are in some of the activators. They are in just the angel opal aura, opal angel aura, however you want to say it. It's that beautiful platinum plating over a quartz crystal, and it gives it a beautiful, beautiful, wonderful energy. So the next one also too I want to talk about, or we have some strawberry and tangerine. Oh my goodness, this is a tangerine. Oh, I didn't label it, but that's okay, that doesn't matter. The tangerine ones are, oh, there's a strawberry tangerine. Okay, so, oh, the way I have these is a little awkward. That's okay. I can't say I'm never not awkward. So these ones here, you can see that they have like a pink kind of hue to them as well, the base crystal. And then it has that opal aura over top as well. So these ones here, the strawberry ones will have that pink to a darker color, and it does actually have hematite in it, that's why it has turned that color. But the strawberry aura quartz strengthens your aura all the way to the physical body as well. It's a really, really good strengthening crystal, especially the tangerine ones as well, which I will find. They're really more of the really peach color. You can really see the difference in the peach. And those ones are definitely meant for healing through traumas. And of course, traumatic things that you may not really feel might be a traumatic event, or someone else might not feel, but they don't know your whole story. So it's a really nice one to protect you. So here's a nice one. You can see that it's really peachy to that tangerine color. There we go. And again, this is another great big baby. These ones have a lot of zing. And the thing about these ones too, these are great to have. Pearl's cleaning herself over there. And Jewel's creeping on the top. Can you see her? Oh, or just behind me. So anyway, the tangerine is a trauma releasing one. It also will assist you so that all of the stuff that you have in your background, that you're not bleeding all the time. I always say, I don't want to bleed all over Facebook, because some of the stuff that I've been going through or revisiting is not comfortable. And I always put trigger warnings up when I'm dealing with or letting something out, because, well, sometimes what I'm going through, someone would say, oh, there she is, trauma again. But the thing is, I have a right to have that voice and get that stuff out too. So I also want to now go back to the letter B after we've done some of that angel aura. I also want to talk about a few other things. Okay, so I have tons and tons and tons and tons. If you didn't know, I definitely have these for sale. And of course, I want to show you a couple ones I had that were previous inventory, but I like the new necklaces on them. And these ones are just interestingly caught. Good. And so here are a couple. These ones are a tiny little angelite bead, and it's usually a very, very costly gemstone when you can find it. It's a pretty soft stone. So done in the jewelry, you want it in a nice stable kind of, this is a sterling silver. And so these ones aren't, they're not expensive at all. I have them, and the thing is, I just don't have a large supply of them. But they're actually pretty decent, and because they have that nice sterling silver, it's a hard setting that they won't get banged up as much either. But they are a softer stone. It's actually even softer than jade. It will scratch quite easily, so don't wear a quartz crystal around your neck at the same level. You want to drop it, either have it above or below, because it'll scratch pretty easy. And angelite is actually a stone of awareness, and of course angel communication. So those are really, really nice. And mine I'm not wearing today, but I love to wear mine. It's amazing and really, really helpful for some of the things that you need to maybe process and let those angels do the talking. and get out of the way. And just be aware sometimes, but we don't have to work through everyone else's junk. We can just, okay, I see you, I understand you, and then just move into your own little sphere. And I'm just going to try to get those on there nicely. Now the next one that I have actually on here, I have some aquamarine. Now I have some chunks of aquamarine, and then I have some higher quality aquamarine as well. And I think I'll just bring that case up. So here's just a small little chunk. And I say small, okay, so there's my finger. It's not gem quality, so it's not really an expensive kind of piece. And aquamarines are the stone of courage, and it quiets your mind. It silences a lot of the noise that's going on around you. And very nice. I love to meditate, and meditate in water around that aquamarine as well, because it really seems to solidify the messages and just really helps you chill out. I do meditate in the tub because, well, it's fun. And I can't go swimming right now publicly. So these are some of the gemmier ones. So they're a little bit higher quality, and you can see that, as you can see right through them. And so they're worth a little bit more. But again, there's that stone of courage and helping you to quiet your mind. So we're still in the A's, everybody. And I'm just going to start going around. I also have laid out in front of me here a whole bunch of crystals that I don't have chains for. I want to talk about those as I get to the Q's and the R's and the P's here. Oh, P, Q, R, S. Oh, no S's under here yet. Well, a sapphire. There's one there. Okay, so I want to talk about Amazonite. And I'm just going to bring these guys up again, just because it's easier. Move some commotion. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, this is better. Okay, so I'm going to sneak up here. I talked about that one. So we have here the Amazonite, and I've done a couple of them in wire wrap. And they're a beautiful greeny kind of blue, and then here's a deeper blue in that one. And Amazonite is calming and loving, and it's about communication, which we could really start to use a little bit more right now, as we're having a little bit of trouble, maybe all confined, all staying home and safe together. And sometimes we can't communicate so well anymore. We want to show you next is different hues of the aventurine. So we've got some darker green, lighter green, and it's hard to tell sometimes the difference between jade and aventurine. Now, aventurine has a really coolness to it, where jade is warm to the touch, and it also is a lot harder, where jade is more of a soapy kind of, yeah. And these are beautiful, and they are wonderful for heart harmonizing. I have apatite. These babies these are my raw chunks of apatite, and I think these are amazing. Their energy is through the roof. And it's definitely, it expands your knowledge and truth. It also eases sorrow, anger, and apathy. So if you're just like, I just give up, I quit, that kind of attitude, that is a really strong, powerful one to get you through some of that stuff. Especially if you've been trying and trying and trying, and your messages just can't get through. Well, maybe you're not supposed to be the messenger anymore. So here are azeztulite. It's also known as a yellow satellite quartz. And it is actually from, there are some wonderful beings that came down that have gifted this amazing energy. It's the azeztulite. So if you want to work through a lot of things that maybe we want want to just step right outside of something, it really helps you to be spiritually awakened with that level. Okay, so we still have some A's in here. Okay, so we're going to switch to B's now. We have bronzite. So it's a really fun crystal. I like this one here because bronzite is quite grounding. It's a strengthening nerves, and it also reverses curses. This one here, so anyone that said anything really nasty to you, you can actually just reverse that curse. And not that we want to be like sending back ill intentions, but what it does is, of course, it lifts it so that maybe they'll process and they'll learn from it. These are next. These are bloodstone, and they're a blood purifying one. And of course, it's a very powerful revitalizing crystal. And we still have a couple B's, and these ones are zingy. Once you see these, they're quite the green color. And they are called Brazilianite. They, of course, come from Brazil. Sorry, just trying to get that. There we go. Price tags out of the way. And so these guys, they are huge chunks that I have here compared to what I've seen out in the market. And Brazilianite is a stone of return to your natural health and to your previous state of natural health. It brings in harmony as well. So when I say previous state of natural health, that would be before we allowed trauma to enter in any discourse or unease within our bodies. And so it's a really, really great crystal to, help people that are going through some recovery, getting yourself back to your natural health. These are carnelian, beautiful, different ones. There's a couple different kinds, different styles. And of course, the wire wrapped ones, there's a little more effort. And I say a lot more effort some days because these ones are also tumbled. So holding on to these slippery buggers and getting that nice tight connection so that they don't fall out is pretty challenging. And I always up for a challenge. But carnelian is a very nurturing stone. It's really good for your navel chakra. It's also good for your motivation, creativity, and of course nurturing. I definitely really do recommend that one for a lot of moms that are going through some withdrawals of their children. And because right now, sometimes there's a lot of moms out there that, well, we can't really see them. I was able to drop off something for my mom, and I like going shopping with my mom, and we're in the same city here, but just being in isolation, it's been a little tough for me because I've really had my mom looking out for me the last few months, and it's made a big difference in my life. I'm just going to move that back a little. So the next thing is I want to talk to you about calcite. I have just an orange one here right now. So it's a pretty big chunk. And again, it's a very strong, nurturing one, but it's mostly emotional support. So how nice that it's right there. Now I have some citrine, and I have been making the tree of life with a lot of these. I have some nice chips that I make those, and this one's in copper. And then these ones are the citrine, and there is 1 point, and I'm getting another supply soon, but they're tumbled points, so they're going to be an interesting look. Oh, these are really hard to see though. It must be the bright yellow and the energy. There we go. Yay! So citrine here is the stone of happiness and success as well. And definitely, it doesn't need any clearing. That's a wonderful crystal. You can just pop a little piece of citrine in with your other crystals and just have it just clean everything off for you. That's a nice, easy way. There is chrysoprase. They come in a couple different colors, anywhere from like a limey, appley, to a deeper apple green. And they actually are really nice. They bring the love of truth to you, and also fidelity in relationships, and also a really good crystal for business ventures as well as another thing. That's just popping up, of course, I should mention. Coral. Now, we don't want to be out there harvesting our own coral, of course, because the coral reef has very, very slowly been killed off. It has, yeah, there's a nice little meme out there. What, it's stress. They're finding that the stress is actually killing a large amount of the coral. And there's a joke out there. It's like, what do they have to be stressed about? Current events. Ooh, boo, bad joke. But seriously, it's the pollution that is causing them to be stressed out. And so now that we're getting less travel, all of those kind of things, they're starting to, come back. And of course, more and more people are caring for them and being aware of them. But if you are finding coral, the coral that I do have, this was harvested well past. These would have been back in 93, 94 that I had picked up these. And of course, the coral trade is, you're supposed to be now not getting fresh coral. So it's got to be at least certified that it's been after a certain date. I can't tell you exactly when, just because of the whole thinger. Lots of them have been dyed, and this one has been dyed red. Now, the other one I kind of flashed there is a really hard word to say, but I call it just peacock ore, but it's collicoperite. And it's a beautiful, beautiful little piece. And that one there is great for transitions. The other thing that I like about collicoperite is that it really is that underlying truth. So the magic and the mystery is revealed to you when you work with that. Now it is, it leaves a deposit on your fingers, so you don't want to wear it too long. And if you are a very oily person, you end up with smears. So wear it over top of a shirt. It's really nice. And of course, I like a dark colored shirt because it pops the colors. Now, next, I have these little guys here, and I've got a few of them. They want to be hiding, but that's okay. These ones look like that collicoperite, but these ones are something else. These ones here are actually cobalt aura, and these are great for stimulating the third eye chakra. Now, these ones are infused over, I'm not sure which one this one is again, titanium and gold, I believe, when you electroplate onto the quartz crystals. And that is a fun thing. Oh, there's more in there as well. They're hiding. Anyway, the next one. So now I'm into the C's, everybody. And we're already 27 minutes in. And you can see how there are a lot of crystals. And I have been really busy working and having a great time with it. Oh, another C here before we go on to the D's. Awesome. So these ones here, these are your blue chalcedony or chalcedony by some people, however, potato. And these ones here are for the immune system and accepting in new situations in life. Very helpful stuff in our transition time. This one is a really nice big dolomite. This is actually a specific one, and this one is called Kona dolomite. And I have a couple other pieces that I will be wire wrapping, and they tend to be more of those earthy brown colors. Oh, and here we go. Because I'll be wire wrapping these ones. And even there have been a lot in these kind of colors that are found in this area. So very, very calming. Also, it is about total connection. So I really, really like that you come really into your own with that one. And what I like about the dolomite is very grounding, very earthing. If you take one in each hand, if you are really, really anxious or nervous, you put one in each hand, just centers you, calms you down. Very hyperactive children, incredible, incredible energy stones for really balancing you. Okay, so the next is D, and it's dragonstone. So lots and lots of beautiful colors in these ones. And they have that beautiful red. And that red is just gorgeous in here. Once I can get a nice picture of it. Anyway, so the dragon stone is a kundalini rise. So that energy in the root chakra so that we can really rise that up. And also it heals ancient pasts. So all of your past life connections that you have been karmically at fault, or that you are current in your current life that you've done karmic things to each other, it really does clear out some of that stuff for you. Now you're taking responsibility and you are being accountable for those things as well, but at the same point that we're not living in that guilt for years and years and years and stuck on that. Lots of people do that, and they keep on doing behaviors just because they feel that they were wronged. So they have to keep on wronging other people at great expense sometimes, really great expense. So the next one I want to talk to you about, I know we jump and we go to E's, we go to emeralds. Now we have some in the actual formation. Aren't they gorgeous? They're just very, very fun. And then of course we've got some in the raw. And emeralds are amazing stones. They're the stone of success and a successful love and unconditional love as well. So success, successful love, and unconditional love. It really does open up. They are, of course, for May, the birthstone of May. And let's go into, I like these ones here. Let's go into hematite. And I've got a couple of those ones. And these are pretty good sized chunks that I've got wire wrapped. And I've been having such a fun time with the new wire wrappings. And they are, of course, balancing, grounding, protective, and they are perfect for a large people. They really can't settle down, they can't relax. If you do a little bit of an earth meditation and have yourself grounding. Oh, I forgot garnets. There's a few different kinds of garnets out there too. Bring this back into view for you. Okay, so we've got the really red one. We have a green one, which is really fun because there's actually black in the inside sometimes of those. And then this is an orangey kind of one. And so they all are different kinds. And of course I've labeled them. But garnets overall are the stone of health and regeneration. Now the orange one are called spessartine. Wow. It's confidence is what that one is for. Now we have green, it represents hope. And then the orange, or the red one, sorry, is about willpower. And very, very good for working with that root energy, right? Now I have a few moons. Oh, howlite first. Let's go to H. We're not jumping all the way. So you see this one's kind of more of a gray color, and that's a natural howlite. You'll even see some of the black, and that's been enhanced sometimes, but this one is a gray one. And they have done typically, and they've dyed this one blue, and it's not turquoise, but you can really tell by the patterns that it's actually howlite that's been dyed, and it's too soft. Or sorry, it's harder than actual turquoise is. Howlite is calming, and it's great for insomnia, everyone, especially if you're troubled about money. Now I've got a couple of jades, and I have a beautiful cabochon, and that's a nice one. It's a darker jade, and this one here, green jade, is good luck and harmony. So this one is a white with green, and so I have white jade is about decision making, and then green jade is calming, which is also good luck. So that's kind of nice. So that's a good money one. If you want to make money, that one is a nice money making one. It gives you some good decision making. All right. So Basanite is jaspers. We have some jaspers. We have a black. We have a honey. We have a fancy jasper. Yeah, these are fun. It's not a bloodstone, but very typically they are mistaken. A little bit different. You have to know your stones. Fancy jasper brings in wholeness and healing. Basanite, the black jasper, is for prophetic dreams. It's a very grounding one as well. And then the honey jasper here, honey brown, earthing again because of the browns, and lots and lots of hope with that one. Happiness, hope. Okay, kyanite. We've got a couple blue kyanites in here. There we go. And of course, the blue kyanite is meditation, clears negativity. Now, before we continue on, I'm going to show you the other kyanites here. And ooh, voila. Okay, bump you back. Okay, so I've got some black kyanite in here. Some amazing black kyanite. And then there's some green kyanite as well. I have a few of those blades. So let's go with the green kyanite, meaning is actually, yeah, it says hope, and to see the